There we go. A little bit in tight. Yeah. All right.
All right.
What's your name, bro?
My name is CK Slater, and yours?
All right. We're gonna talk right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hi.
Nice to meet you, Carlos.
Your name?
My name is CK Slater. I'm a Republican from Florida.
Oh, there you go. All right. So we have a good Republican here.
Well, I don't know about a good one, but we'll see.
Let's talk some politics. What do you think is the state of the country right now in politics?
I'd like to tell you, Carlos, I think the state of the country right now is in more both political tension and cultural tension than I have seen in my lifetime. I'm only 31 years old, so that's not that long. But I do think we're in an unprecedented time of flux and upheaval. I actually think we might be staring down the barrel of a massive political realignment.
Right. We've seen so many problems with the elections. You know, everybody's blaming each other. Data's coming out. This guy won. This other guy got. This woman got whatever. You know. The thing is that there is problems with the election system in the United States. It's so complicated.
Absolutely.
What the hell, man?
I definitely like to agree with you there, and I think there are a host of different issues to address with the electoral system in our country. I think the first of which is how the money involved in politics has gone from being something that allowed corporate interests access to the process has now switched to them being able to dominate the process, which I don't think is what was envisioned when they first started being able to contribute money to politics. I find that very troubling on both sides of the aisle. I also think that the superdelegate system on the left is totally counterproductive for the Democrats, and I think we see that with the way things went for Bernie and the kind of apoplexy and anger that we saw from the left when, you know, the way they wanted things to go wasn't the way the people in power wanted it to go as well. So I do think both of those are problems.
Now, since you're a Republican, this is a good question to ask. There was a lot of promises made by Trump to Republicans, to not necessarily Republicans, but to the people in so many states that would have voted other way. So he gained their votes, but he has not kept some of those promises. I know it's difficult. It's a difficult thing. There's a lot of stuff that we need to deal with. Where does Trump need to go now?
Well, you bring up a great point, because I think the kind of framing of your question assumes that Trump is going to have to play by the same rules as traditional politicians, which I think is where a lot of the I can't believe what's going on is going on, and I can't believe that he won is coming from. I think that when Trump voters hear Trump speak, it's kind of like he's so hyperbolic that you have to tone it down to like 60% of what he said, and then that might be where the reality is. Like I said, I don't think anyone's going to be pulling a vote from him over the fact that we don't have a wall yet, or we haven't been able to get Obamacare's repeal passed. I do think that if we continue to see him and the conservatives not being able to get on the same page in Congress, that will certainly affect Republican chances in future election cycles. But I'd be curious to see if that goes against Trump or against the Republicans in Congress, and that turns into maybe primary challenges in 2018 or 2020. But I think the reasons voters are sticking with Trump are primarily cultural as opposed to ideological.
Well, in the other side, we have the problem with the Democratic Party that continues to go in the same direction that brought failure to them. For example, they insist